Today we're taking a look at a very critical component of our next guitar build. It's a beautiful Telecaster body from XGP, and we're gonna give you all of the details. Stay tuned. Well, it seems that I'm definitely in guitar build mode, usually during the fall. I usually start a few guitar projects. I'm a little early this year, but if you've been watching my channel, you already know that I'm doing a gold top refinish, which is already in progress, and I'm already planning my next guitar build. You already know that I have a pretty sweet spot in my heart for Telecasters. You can already tell from the guitars behind me here. And there has always been one particular Telecaster that I've been gassing for many years and have never had the opportunity to get one. And that is a 1962 Candy Apple Red double bound custom Telecaster. This for me is the cream of the crop when it comes to the look that I love for Telecasters. Unfortunately, however, these guitars are pretty rare. If you want to find an authentic one, good luck. And even the reproductions, custom shop, reissues are pretty expensive. I think the custom shop reissues right now are probably hovering north of $4,000 US. Maybe even a little bit more. So for a Canadian fellow like me, that's a lot of dough. That's a lot of money. And unfortunately, I can't really afford to buy a guitar that probably is worth more than my car right now. So I'm looking for an alternative. So I've been scouring the internet to be able to find an affordable guitar body that would fit the criteria that I'm looking for and not cost too much, because I'd like this next build to be affordable. It's gonna be a utilitarian guitar. It's a guitar that I'm not just gonna baby and put in a showcase somewhere. It's a guitar that I actually wanna use on a regular basis, but I want it to look good. So I've been looking for a replacement guitar body that would fit the criteria, so have a beautiful Candy Apple Red sparkle finish and double bound, and have all of the specs, or as close to the specs as I can get to a 1962 version. So I happened to come across a potential donor body from Guitar Fetish, and for those of you that have been eyeing these bodies and are not ready to pull the trigger because maybe you don't know exactly what you're getting, today's video is going to be all about examining the body and giving you all of the specs and my honest opinion on what you're getting for your dollar. Now, one of the things that really has attracted me to these guitar bodies is the price. They're very affordable. And usually when a price is too good to be true, you usually are asking yourself why. Is there, some issues with these bodies? Oftentimes they can look good, but perhaps the tolerances are not quite there. So I basically took one for the team and I ordered one of these bodies specifically for you so I can actually show you all of the details today, and at the end of the video give you my honest impression of what you're getting. So I have the box right here. Let's open it up. I like to open the box live in front of you guys, not just to build up any kind of excitement or anything like that, although people do like unboxing videos. It's also to see how the product actually arrives. So I'm happy to say that it's been double boxed. There's bubble wrap in here. There's another box right here. So let's open up that one, shall we? Oh, and there's also a invoice here. Oh yeah, so I should mention this for you guys that are interested in taking a look at one of these and perhaps ordering one for yourself. The initial cost of this was $99.95. However, there was a $75.44 shipping charge. Ouch. It's a little bit, the shipping almost costs as much as the guitar body. So the total price from my point of view here is $175.39. So you have to keep that in mind, guys, when you order this. It's not actually $99. It's almost $200, right? It's $175, a little shy of 200. So let's open up this this box and pull out the guitar body. It's packaged in a protective little bag here, foamy bag. And let's take a look at the body here. Very nice color. That was one thing that I was kind of nervous about, is whether or not the body color would be correct. Sometimes these bodies are a little bit darker and not as, not as light in the Candy Apple Red. And I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try and catch the light here. The other thing is also the size of the sparkle. Now it's a little difficult to see that in this light, but there is some sparkle here. And we'll take a closer look under the sunlight outside, and you'll be able to see that sparkle. But my initial impressions are quite good. I don't see... Do I see any issues here? In terms of the finish, it looks quite good. I don't see any dings. I don't see any marks. And I'm basically looking at this thing quite closely in the reflections. It looks nice. The binding looks nice all the way around. The neck pocket looks pretty good. There's no cracks yet in the neck pocket. We'll see once we take the measurements if those are done correctly. So far, it looks pretty nice. Let's jump into the details, shall we? In this shot, you can get a better view of the top. You can see the sparkle in the slide a little bit more, and you can see just how deep and nice the red is here. I really love the bound front, and you can see the back binding here a little bit better. It's definitely a little bit of a creamy color, but in certain lights, it does look a little bit white, but it's more creamy. I think the double bound guitars are awesome. Here you can see the neck pocket in more detail. I'm showing you the wood here because I'm not really sure what type of wood it is. They don't really mention it on the website. The repros are alder, but I'm not sure what this is. I'm happy that they didn't spray anything in the pocket. It's extremely clean. The bridge holes for the strings are nicely rounded, evenly spaced, and you can see a little bit of the detail within the routing for the bridge pickup right here. You'll notice that the binding is even all the way around. There's no waviness or anything. Very professionally done. What you like to see when you're dealing with a nice quality reproduction. The front and back binding are both the same width. There's no gaps, and you can definitely see that it is a bit more of a cream color here in this shot. All the access holes for the wiring have been drilled. You can see that in the pocket here and going through the neck pickup cavity as well. The neck pocket is designed for a neck with a flat end. If yours is curved, it won't work with this body, so take that into consideration before you start. You'll notice that the pickup cavities do not have any shielding. There is red paint sprayed in there, but it's cleanly done. No issues. I've seen a lot worse. Here is a photo of the output jack cavity for reference. You can see it's well centered and should accommodate a standard output jack. I'm going to give you a few measurements here, the critical ones at least. Here you can see the neck pocket width. It's definitely within spec, give or take a couple of millimeters, I guess, for my lack of precision. It's always good to know the hole spacing just to make sure that your neck plate will fit. I don't know why they don't give all of these specs on the website, but they don't, unfortunately. These are the critical dimensions that I usually look for when I want to buy a body, and for some reason they're not always included, so here you go. The depth of the neck pocket is usually pretty important depending on what type of neck you're using. If you're using an aftermarket neck, you want to make sure it's not too deep in or too high off of the neck pocket. Here is a shot of the outside dimensions of the string ferrules. Now for some eye candy, I took the body of the guitar outside under the sunlight, so you can appreciate just how nice the color is on this guitar. You can definitely see the sparkle as it catches the light. Beautiful color, really awesome. And you can see under the sunlight there are no dings or scratches or defects other than my fingerprints, obviously. But both the front and the back look really nice, really rich, and awesome looking job with the finish on this guitar body. I think it's a definite looker and will definitely be a showstopper in my opinion. It definitely catches the fingerprints, so you have to be careful with that. But, you know, that's part of the disadvantage of having a beautiful gloss top. And here you can see more of that sunlight on the guitar body. Just how nice it is. And the sparkle's not overdone. Sometimes the sparkle's just a little bit too big. It doesn't look right. But in this particular case, I think it looks perfect. All the way around. And the beautiful red with the off-white binding just works so well together, in my opinion. Very nice job. More than satisfied. And of course, I'm sure some of you want to know how much the guitar actually weighs. They mentioned it would be under 5 pounds, and indeed it is. It comes in at 4 pounds 14 ounces, a very respectable weight for a guitar body of this type. So in a nutshell, guys, I think that the guitar looks really nice. I think the price could be a little bit better, but honestly, it's very difficult to get these type of double bound Candy Apple Red bodies nowadays. So the price is acceptable. We know that the prices are constantly going up for guitar parts and whatnot. Because I don't see any blemishes in the finish, I don't see any issues at all in terms of, you know, the pockets here and the way things have been routed. I'm pretty happy with that price, I gotta say. I'm not gonna be, you know, negative about it because I think it's realistic for today's market. Now, that being said, guys, there are some little things that I want to point out to you guys if you guys are real sticklers. Now, if you're looking at building a one-to-one replica, the routing is not exactly as it is on the reissue models, and I'm basing myself on information from the reissue models that Fender releases because I have had a hard time actually finding an authentic 1962 double bound Candy Apple Red guitar where I can see all of the routing, but I'm taking Fender's expertise as gospel here and hoping that they're accurate in their reissues. So the reissues do have a little route here that enables the wires to show when you're passing the wires here. So that is different. This doesn't have that. The reissues also have a little notch here that is routed out so that you have access to the truss rod, because the 1962 models had the truss rod adjustment screw at the bottom, right? So these don't have that either. We can definitely see that the route here for the cavity where the electronics go in are also not exactly the same. It's more rounded here in an authentic 1962 reissue, where here it's a little bit more square. And one other thing I want to point out is that where the output jack goes, on the reissues, there's a little flat spot routed in here, and this is more rounded. So these things don't really bother me because once the pick guard is on, you won't really see those details. And so ask me no questions, tell me no lies. I can live with that. It'll be our little secret, so to speak. There's a couple of things that have a question mark for me still on this body. I don't know what kind of finish is sprayed on this body. I don't think it's a nitro finish. It's probably polyurethane, which should be quite durable, but you won't be able to get a nice relic on this if that's what you're looking for. For that, you're better off using a nitro body. Also, they don't really mention what wood is being used here, and I'm not a wood expert, but I did give you a shot of the guitar pocket here. Maybe you guys that know more than me about this can tell me what type of wood it is. I know the original reissues used alder, and I'm not sure what this is. It could be alder for all I know, but I'm not really 100% certain. So if you guys know what it is, leave your comments down below. So I think this guitar body from Guitar Fetish is definitely a great place to start for a budget build where you don't necessarily want to break the bank, but you do want to have some good quality components. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't grab one of these, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make an awesome guitar. So I can't wait to start this project. I will give you updates along the way. I know you guys love these projects and when I share this kind of information with you, so stay tuned for those. Now, if you're interested in my other projects, just feel free to go into the archive and you will be able to see all of the other projects and all the tips that I share with you along the way. There'll be more to come on that with this project for sure. If you guys have any questions that I didn't already cover in this video, please feel free to share those comments with me below in the comments section. I answer all of my messages. And if you have any other interesting projects that you would like to see me tackle, or perhaps some gear you would like to see me review, please leave those comments below. I will try to accommodate. If I can, I'm more than happy to do so. But in the meantime, guys, please don't forget to share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. More to come.